Donald Trump is furious, and this time the battle isn't with China or Iran, it's with our northern neighbor, Canada. In a shocking move, Canada has officially rolled out its digital services tax, directly targeting US tech giants like Amazon, Alphabet, and Meta. This DST, Digital Services Tax, is expected to rake in over $7 billion, most of it from American companies. The timing? Brutal. The message? Even worse. Canada just hit America where it hurts, and President Trump isn't taking it quietly. Earlier this year, Trump had already warned that countries imposing these so-called digital discrimination taxes would face swift retaliation. At the time, he called them egregious and promised to terminate trade talks with any country that dared to go after US tech revenue. And now, true to form, he's rage posting. In a furious statement on Truth Social, Trump slammed Canada as a very difficult country to trade with, reminding everyone that they've hit US farmers with tariffs as high as 400% on dairy in the past. He called the DST a direct and blatant attack and vowed to impose new tariffs on Canadian goods within 7 days. Now, let's break down what this DST actually is. Canada's digital services tax is a 3% levy on revenues earned by large online platforms from Canadian users. That means if you're a tech giant making millions in ad revenue, selling user data, or running an online marketplace in Canada, you're paying up. The law applies only to companies that make over 750 million euros globally and at least 20 million Canadian dollars in Canadian digital revenue. Guess who that hits? Almost exclusively American firms. So why now? According to Canadian officials, this tax is about fairness. Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland said it best. If you're making billions off Canadian users, it's time to pay your share. And Ottawa has no plans to back down. Despite ongoing OECD negotiations to create a global digital tax framework, Canada insists on going solo until there's a multilateral deal finalized. The first payment for this tax, it's due this month, and it dates all the way back to revenue earned in 2022. The US isn't standing idle either. The United States Trade Representative has already challenged Canada's DST as discriminatory under the USMCA, and a bipartisan group of 21 lawmakers is pushing President Trump to retaliate hard. Some of them estimate that the initial payments alone could cost US companies $2 billion just in 2025. The irony? Just weeks ago, Congress removed Section 899 from Trump's own trade bill. That section would have slapped a 20% surcharge on countries that unfairly tax US tech companies. It was pulled after fears it could trigger a tit-for-tat trade war and hurt foreign investment. But now, that decision looks short-sighted. Trump wanted to play hardball, and his own Congress blinked. Meanwhile, Canada is holding firm. Finance Minister François-Philippe Champagne hinted that the DST could become part of broader US-Canada trade negotiations. But don't hold your breath. Ottawa says the tax stays until the OECD figures out a replacement global framework. And Trump? He's already said the OECD process is biased against the US, so don't expect him to wait patiently for multilateral solutions. What's clear is this: the gloves are off. America's tech dominance is being taxed abroad, Trump is threatening new tariffs, and Canada is daring him to act. The next few weeks could reshape the US-Canada trade relationship entirely. If you found this update helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to B27, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. This is your source for fast, fearless updates on politics, policy, and power.